today's video is something I wanted to do for a while already. It's something many people requested, and it's about the why and the how I went to Korea. It's kind of a long story. Already when I was a child, I was kind of fascinated in Asia. I mean, everyone has their things that just appeal to them. Like, I liked the architecture and I liked looking at pictures, and but the bigger affection for it I got when I was a teenager, when I started reading manga. When all this came, this big anime manga hype came from Japan to Europe, and first of course it was Japan. And I was looking for pen friends there, and I got a bunch, but most of them didn't stick with me for a long time. But I got a few from Korea, more by accident, and especially one of them, Jojin. I lost contact with her, which is really a pity, and which is something that makes me really sad, because she's the one that really got me interested in Korea, who started telling me about it, about the good and bad sides, and fascinated me really quickly. Also, she was the one who first showed me a song, a K-pop song, and that was not about the music, it was about the first time that I heard the language, and I loved it. And if you should see that, please contact me. Yeah, that's how I got to know Korea, because in Germany you don't hear anything. It's not present. Japan is really present, China is present anyways, but you don't hear much about Korea. Many people think Samsung and LG are from Japan. The place where I originally come from is a beautiful place to grow up. It's really small, 1,200 inhabitants, but when you get older and you like having people around you, you're curious and you love experiencing new things, it makes you feel so stuck. The last year especially, I was really depressed there. I really wanted to go here because Korea is such a huge difference to Germany, and I really had the feeling that I need that change. Actually, the only experience that I had with Korea in person before I came here were 2 days at the airport. So I couldn't be sure, but actually my intuition didn't prove me any wrong, because what I found here was something I really love, and with its good and bad sides. Also, I'm really happy that I get to work in an only Korean company with only Korean people, because for me they're pretty much the same rules like for everyone else here, and the hotel business in Korea is a pretty conservative one. And so I get to know how it really is here, and not something that was made for a foreigner. And this is a really great thing for me. I mean, no one expects me to know everything, but people want me to learn, and I'm very willing to learn, because that's what I came for. To actually make it here was a really long and always really tough way, because I was looking 2 years constantly for a job without having any solution in view that would have seemed realistic. I don't have a bachelor and I didn't have as much money, and these are not good things to start with when you're looking for a job here. So I was looking really long, and there were many things that were really disappointing, like I had something in view and then it dropped, and then many people offered me their help and were promising me just anything, but nothing of that was kept. So after a while I just started just depending on myself, and I was really lucky that I still always had people who supported me. I mean, there were the ones who didn't believe in me, and I wanted to show these, like they made me wanting it even more. And there were also these who helped me a lot. People actually I didn't even know in person. Like how I said, I have many pen friends, and there are a few who stick with me through all that time, who were researching in the internet for me. One of my friends sometimes stayed whole night with me on webcam looking for opportunities on the internet. And without these people, I mean, I really needed these people. I won't say that I did everything on my own, but this one chance, how I got the job here, I found by accident, like I asked in a forum, and someone just posted, oh look, maybe look on that forum. And there was one thing, the first thing I saw ever where they didn't ask for a bachelor. Like I typed in my qualifications, and there was one offer, and this was the only application I sent in the whole time. And I actually got that job. First, when I applied, I asked one of my Korean friends to call them, and when he called them, they were saying, no, sorry, we already gave the job to someone else. Who? Someone German. Like, you can imagine how that was for me. That was like terrible. And then unexpectedly, 3 months later, they were calling me, yeah, that they have an offer for me, and how long I could wait for their final answer. And I think this was in January, and they were giving me the final answer in May. So you can imagine like this, how these months were. Like, I was only depending on this one thing because I didn't find anything else. Like, there was no chance. This was the only chance. And when they called, I just remember that moment when I opened the email, and my boss now I know him. He wrote me the schedule, and I cried. I cried whole day long. I was calling everyone, and that was really the most wonderful part. Oh, like when I got my visa, I was happy, and when I got here, I was happy, but never I was as happy as in the moment when I received this email. I came from school. I remember everything. I will never forget that. I don't know if I've ever been all my life so emotional. Like, that was incredible. Because when you see it like this, I had a tension building up over 2 years. And that moment, just everything was released. Like, I didn't even think about things like visa. Like, that problems all came later. And there were a lot of problems after that still. Like, you can believe that. But in that moment, just everything was wonderful. And I maybe tell this because I want others who maybe are in a similar situation like I'm, not even with going to another country, just with anything you want to reach, achieve, and people don't believe in you, and it seems like impossible, but you really want it, stick with it. And I really think that if you just keep believing in it and keep going with it, someday there will come one chance, and then you will take this chance. I mean, in my application here, I didn't write like how well qualified I am for that job. I wrote, I'm 19 years old, I've never worked in a hotel before, but I really love kimchi and I really want to go to Korea. And in the end, I was sincere, and in the end, that was one of the things that got me that job, I think. And now, I'm not only in Korea, also I work in a job that I actually have really fun in, and I really like every day I like going to work, and I go home too late because I like my job, and I love the people I'm working with. And I mean, I live in a 4-star hotel for free. That's also not bad. Like, everything is much greater than I imagined it to be. I didn't even expect so much, and this is kind of my payment for all the hassle I had to go through. And there were times I nearly gave up, but I think this times now make me value everything I have here even more, and I'm really thankful for that, actually.